All right, all right, all right, all right. And between me and you, Nikki, you ain't the only one. No bullshit. But welcome to a special edition of Two Heels Shooting the Shit.
with you.
All right, now you might be wondering why I feel like I'm close as fuck in the camera, but let's just say some unfortunate things have taken place and we got to make some adjustments. But your eyes are not deceiving you. This is your two favorite heels coming to you live. Live. I had some tequila. Very nice. Yeah. This is your two favorite heels coming to you live on a Saturday. Yeah. Not our usual day of the week, not even my backup day of the week, but we got a streak going and we trying to keep it going. And I know you might be asking yourself, who is that handsome young devil up there in the right hand corner with them Steelers in the background? Yeah, that's our boy, friend of the show, Wes.
So
Wes, what's going on, my boy? How y'all doing?
I just
How y'all
enjoying the
doing?
Saturday watching football and drinking a little bit of beer.
There you go. There you go. I had a
Time
little
right
bit of drinking myself. Wasn't necessarily Bill, but
there.
John, how was your week, brother?
Week was all right. We're getting close to the end of the regular season, so Clemson is kind of slowing down a little bit. Uh,
Okay.
Other than that, man, just been pretty good. Pretty good. Went to SmackDown last Friday and had a blast with my son. I'll get into that a little bit later. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, just a good week. A lot better week than you had, but I'm not gonna get into all that.
Talk about it.
No,
Yes, y'all.
let me talk about it.
I am the reason yet again that we are recording on a Saturday. But as true to our promise, we're going to try to bring you a show every week, unless just some really undire circumstances. But that's what we got our boy Wes here for, man. Our third man.
We are
Yeah.
here
Our
to
alternate
announce.
man.
We are here to
Talk your
announce
shit, Wes.
that. Oh well, no. Let's go ahead and let him talk, and then
Yeah,
I'll
let you
make the
talk.
announcement. Go ahead, Wes.
I appreciate y'all letting me join. So, been a
For
friend of the
sure.
show since the first, day one, so it's good to join you guys.
I sure appreciate it, brother. Hey, we
That's
appreciate
right.
you being here every week. Cause we always can
That's
count
right.
on you, Nikki, Bree, D Black. He gonna fall in here. Casper falls in here, and we appreciate that, y'all. Like that's what keep the show going. Honestly, like it ain't about the donations. It ain't about like any of that. It's really about us just spending time with y'all, talking about what we love, which is
Right.
professional wrestling.
Professional wrestling.
So and this is an open channel for any and everybody to come in and express their views, no matter if we agree, disagree. I
Yeah,
just ask that if we agree, to go, my boy Casper, very nice. If we disagree, let's just disagree respectfully, and we keep
there
the
you go.
program going the way we go.
That's right.
That's it.
And
That's it.
so
That is all.
just to let y'all know that any day that me or Mike can't make it, then Wes is going to be sitting in for us. So he's our alternate heel.
There we go. Our fourth heel, cause Bearded is our third.
Yeah, Bearded is our
Bearded is
third.
our third
Mhm.
heel. Our fourth
So
man. See, we building our own war games team.
we ain't
Very
going to work
nice.
for that.
But
Well, yeah.
we got an exciting program for y'all. We're gonna get John thoughts on his personal perspective of actually being at SmackDown versus watching it on television, which we all could agree watching it on television was a big lackluster, outside of maybe a couple of moments here and there. But we're gonna get into the thoughts of the last time is now tournament so far. We're gonna get into Mike Santana being done with TNA. John Cena is now a Grand Slam champion and where things might go from here. We got Ray versus Dom in San Diego and how that might turn out. Nikki Bella's heel turn that we all, saw coming from
Yeah.
6 miles away.
Yeah.
And War Games is taking
That's
shape.
Ash.
Ashley, what's the word? What's the word? Nikki's in here, Bree's in here. Shout out to all our people that make it here week to week. All right.
That's right.
So where you guys want to start? Let's try.
Let's
As a
start
matter of fact,
with
John, let's start with
okay.
SmackDown.
Yeah. Well, SmackDown in Greenville was pretty good, honestly. It was a lot better being there than it was watching it on TV. I did come home and watch it the next day, and me and Jackson were on screen almost anytime they zoomed into that section because we were right there in the third row. Jackson actually got on the big screen during one of the commercial break activities. That was do the insane thing like EO Sky, and he did it, and he was shown on screen. And as soon as he saw it, he did that and then just collapsed. He didn't know what to think about that. The main event was actually pretty good. The referee, laid there for probably about 10 minutes after the show went off, taking that bump, that kick from Drew. But the thing about it is the two dark matches that happened, which was Rusev versus Sheamus, they went about 20 minutes with Sheamus taking the dub, and AJ and Dragon Lee versus the Judgment Day, they went about 15 minutes, and both of those matches were probably better than the entire show combined.
Okay. Wes, what was your thoughts on SmackDown this past week?
I
hate to say what. My bad. I hate to say what, John. Finish.
I hate to say that two dark matches were better than the entire show, but
be like that. But Wes, what was your thoughts on SmackDown this week?
I thought it was a decent show. It could have been a lot better. From what I understand, my brother-in-law went to the show as well, and he said the dark matches were better than the actual show.
That's fair. And Greenville being a historical wrestling town, I mean, is it all right? Let me ask both of you guys a question, and this is really gonna speak to a broader perspective, deeper than SmackDown. But do y'all think it's time? Do y'all think it's time that Triple H give up the book?
Absolutely.
Because Raw has been better than SmackDown lately, really all year. But that's not to say that Raw is a great show consistently. And we all know SmackDown, Saturn 1 million. What's up? Talk to us. Not to say that SmackDown has been just god fucking awful, to be honest, from top to bottom. And we know they said that Road Dogg is now getting help and all that. But ultimately, we know who got the final say. So Triple H now is what Vince McMahon was back then. Pretty much. Nothing gets clear without Triple H to say so. And we know that SmackDown is going back to 3 hours. So, yes, with SmackDown going back to 3 hours, do y'all think it's time for Triple H to give up the book? And if yes, why?
Absolutely. I mean, he's had the book pretty much since Vince left. And to say the job's being done would probably be an understatement or an overstatement, honestly. Because
that question's for both of y'all, by the way, and the chat, not just us on the panel.
I mean, we have our good moments and we have our bad moments, and there's been more of the bad than there has been of the good. Take it away, Wes.
True.
I think he should. I don't think he should lose it quite yet. Why you feel that like that? He has his good and his bad, but I don't know if he's had it long enough to justify him losing it quite yet.
Well, he had it for 3 years, though, roughly, give or take.
Yeah, good point. You got a good point.
Now, obviously, he's not gonna have as much cachet as a Vince McMahon or a Paul Bosch. I'm thinking of Mid-South. I'm thinking of his name. I got his name on the tip of my head. The Cowboy. What's his name? Bill Watts. He's not Bill Watts or Paul Heyman or anything of that nature. They got years and years of experience of running the book. But based off the 3 years we've seen, it's been, don't get me wrong, when he hits, it hits, right? But when he misses, we love scratching our head like, this supposed to be everything that Vince McMahon isn't. You supposed to have a better sense and better touch, a better grasp on reality than Vince McMahon, considering Vince McMahon was like almost 80 years old trying to write television. Trying to write compelling television, at least for people half his age.
But now the main question is, if you do take the book away from Triple H, who do you give it to?
Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels. What's the worst that could happen?
Shawn,
because honestly, Shawn, if we really looking at the annals of history, Shawn Michaels. Matter of fact, before I say that, Wes, you answer that question. If we take it from Trips, who should we give it to, and why?
Wes.
Who I think you should give the books to?
Yes. If we take it from Triple H, who should we give the books to?
I got it. With the risk of it becoming like an ECW, I think Paul Heyman would do a better job.
Ooh. But
that's my opinion.
But also being an on-screen character, a full-time.
But I mean, you gotta take him off screen though.
It could happen. It could happen, but can you see Paul Heyman writing television under a PG constraint?
Yeah, no. Probably.
No.
Now I say Shawn Michaels, because to me, look at how we talk about Shawn Michaels, greatest in-ring performer outside of Ric Flair, charisma out the books outside of Ric Flair. I mean, I'm sure he knows what to look for. And if you look at NXT and how he pushes people in NXT, and I realize that, I mean, come on, it goes without saying that NXT main roster, two different places, but he would have a better feel or a better idea of what talent is. Better than Triple H. To me, though, there's not to say that Triple H don't know what talent is or how to push talent, but can he read it as good as Triple H? It's like comparing Drew Brees to a Tom Brady. Like, yes, Drew Brees know what talent looks like. Of course, he's a Super Bowl champion and all his other whatnot. But he's not as great as a Tom Brady, as great as a Peyton Manning, and so on and so forth. And to Nikki says, it's become very stagnant. When he took over after Vince has made all these big moves to show how he was going to be different, but now he's falling back into this safe place and it's becoming boring. I mean, do we see Shawn Michaels doing anything different? Him and Trips went through everything together, so they see a lot of things in the same way. What's your response to that?
I kind of feel like even though Shawn and Trips are best friends, they would probably do things different. I don't think that Shawn would do something just because Trips says it's a better idea, because if that's the case, he'd have been doing that on NXT. And I think Shawn has done a phenomenal job on NXT. And like you said, these are different.
Oh, it's dropped off. I think he answered that call.
Oh, okay.
No, it's cool. When he pop up back here backstage, we'll add him back on. But go ahead, finish what you're saying.
They are different brands. They are different brands, and I don't know. I think a change definitely needs to be made. I just don't know who you could. There he is. I got him. You got him? Okay. Oh, he's coming. There he is. All right.
There we go.
Sorry, my internet keeps messing up.
That is okay.
It's all good, brother.
He's had it happen a few times.
I get my technicians on it.
So Shawn, I don't think Shawn would do something different just because Triple H says, you should do it this way just because they're best friends. But, maybe Triple H is a little bit in over his head as far as booking goes.
And They are best friends. I mean, obviously, we know that. That's undeniable.
Everybody knows
but
that.
I do feel like their eye for talent is different. Like, do you think, like, okay, let's say we had Shawn Michaels on the main roster. I think he knows what to do with an LA Knight, with the Jey Uso, with the Finn Balor, with the Dominic Mysterio.
Yes, it is.
Hey, free labor.
Hey.
Now,
Triple H. Oh, damn. We dropped it again.
Go ahead. The problem is what?
The only problem with that, Nikki, is I don't believe we're ever going to see Triple H get in the ring again. It's too risky for him to get in the ring.
Nah, his heart problems ain't going to allow him to take another bump.
No. I don't think we will ever see Triple H in the ring. Now, we could have Shawn Michaels select somebody, Triple H select somebody, and then they have a match, and then whoever wins. But I mean, they're currently trying to get Triple H and Shawn Michaels to agree to wrestle a match, not against each other, but a match in Saudi for WrestleMania 43. And Shawn Michaels has already gone on record and said there is no amount of money that's going to get me back in the ring.
I'm with you on this, Nikki, with the War Games proxy match. But I'm gonna tell you this: if we were to do that, I would love that better as a traditional Survivor Series match.
Well,
I feel like we should go back to what made Survivor Series famous. Like, let's not get away from that.
Okay, just for the record, you guys, just so you know, SmackDown was yesterday, but we will not be discussing that SmackDown on this show
until Tuesday.
But Mike, you do need to watch SmackDown because your wish that you just mentioned has come true. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know it. It's the only thing that makes sense here.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Very nice. I know what you're talking about. Wes will clue you in off screen.
All right.
Off live. I mean, but yes, anything to shake things up. So much talent getting lost in this main storyline, and that's and that kind of speaks to what John was alluding to, which we'll go over next week. It's their inability to create stars, and with this last time is now tournament. If done right, we could literally create a star December 13th coming out the block, coming out the door. Like, there's, when you book storylines, there's a long-term goal, short-term goal. Bloodline was a short-term thing that ended up being long-term. Stuff like Vince McMahon starting a Ruthless Aggression storyline, that was short-term that turned into long-term.
Raw is definitely going to hit because they're in MSG. Everybody will be there Monday. I promise you.
So, based off what we know so far, short of last night's SmackDown, what are y'all thoughts on the last time is now tournament? What are y'all thoughts? I know that's a hard question to ask considering, but
I think so far, and what I know, it's actually been a pretty good tournament. We haven't had that true element of surprise, even though we've had two entrants that they said we're going to keep that a surprise. Well, first off, we don't know whose Solo's opponent's going to be Monday, and like I said, we're not going to talk about yesterday. But anybody that knows who the surprise person was last night. It's actually been a pretty good tournament so far. I would actually give it maybe a 3 out of a 5 so far with the choices of matches.
What about you, Wes? What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's been a pretty good tournament so far. I've liked the matches. I like the surprise, which we're not going to talk about, but I like it so far. I give it a 3 out of 5 as well.
Very nice. So that's a question for the chat also. Outside of last night, what are your thoughts so far of the last time is now a tournament? Now, let me ask y'all this. And you can include things after last night without giving away spoilers. Do anything change as far as who you expect to win this entire tournament? I know I was on Gunther at one point.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Unless John Cena loses the Intercontinental title before December 13th, whoever beats him or whoever his last opponent is going to walk out with the Intercontinental title. That is a step down for Gunther. So it will not be Gunther unless John Cena loses that title before.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be Gunther if it's for the Intercontinental title, because that is absolutely a step down for Gunther. He's a 2-time world champion. He does not need a secondary title. So
what about you, Wes?
No, I don't think it's going to be Gunther.
Change? Does anything change with your original prediction of who should win this tournament based off what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I was stuck on Gunther too, but I don't think it should be him. It should, in my opinion, be Sheamus, because that gives him Grand Slam champion as well. Because that's the only title that has eluded him.
So Thomas, who do you think deserves the rub? That's what we asking right now. Does anything, based off what you've seen so far, does anything change about your original pick of who should win this tournament? Now, it changes my game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I've been preaching for the longest. Gunther should be the career ender, the new version of the Legend Killer. Choke him out, put him down. Very nice. But as John was alluding to, if Cena has this belt on December 13th, this is the opportunity to create a star night one coming out the blocks. And John Cena will be losing the title and being retired the same way he entered the WWE. Remember when he came in, he fought against a veteran in Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression, slapped the shit out of him, and it was on from there. Mm-hmm. This is your opportunity. Like Nikki, like when me and Nikki was just, us and Nikki was up here talking about how things was getting stagnant, but it's their inability to create new stars. This is your opportunity. And if Cena have this IC belt December 13th, this should be over Femi. You have the opportunity to make him a star night one. This will be, John says this is bigger. I can't disagree with that. This would be bigger than Brock Lesnar beating the Streak. You have the opportunity. This is it. Jey Uso, we know what that was. Right? Gunther, we just said the IC title is beneath him at this point. He's a world championship fighter or nothing short than that, right? LA Knight is in the doghouse, y'all. Y'all know it ain't gonna be him. Yeah, no bullshit. It ain't gonna be him.
I mean,
it ain't gonna be Miz.
No, it's not gonna be Miz. I know that for a fact.
It ain't gonna. It ain't gonna be Solo.
I'm sorry,
that's dead.
It's hard for me to not say things that I know. It's really hard. Yeah, but no, it's not going to be Miz. It still could possibly be LA. I don't think it's going to be. And Wes actually has a good thought there. Sheamus.
What's the story you're gonna tell here? Besides Sheamus winning his first title from John Cena, and him finally winning the IC belt.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying that's the only belt that's eluded him his whole entire career.
Which is the same. Which is the same with John Cena.
Yeah. So you could go from one Grand Slam champion to another one, and then have Obafemi take it from him. I know it's not as big as John Cena, but
Carmelo
about Sheamus take it from How about Sheamus taking from Obafemi at WrestleMania? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. I like that.
Because I mean, let's be honest. If you once you make him a star, once you make Obafemi a star, and you put the IC belt on him, remember what we say: when you put the belt on somebody, you gotta book it to how he gonna lose this belt. And him losing to Sheamus at that point in context to create the story of him being a Grand Slam champion and him overcoming the odds, you could definitely tell that story with Obafemi. Because he has to drop that belt. I mean, it's going to be on to bigger and better things for him. He is to SmackDown what he should be to SmackDown what Braun Breaker is to Raw.
Oh, most definitely.
Make that analogy.
No, most definitely he should be.
Ooh, you reaching right there with Uncle Howdy. I ain't gonna lie, Thomas.
Bo Dallas.
And Bo Dallas is gonna be off of TV for a while, considering the state that his father is in. Prayers to him.
Yeah,
he was on. Never mind.
Man should have did his taxes. Not just playing. But
I'm pretty sure I saw him on SmackDown last night.
You did?
I think it might have been him. They
said he was gonna be out for a while.
It might not have been him. It might have been somebody, one of the other ones. But okay, so they're gonna run. Hang on. If it's Chad Gable, yes, I agree. But Chad Gable's gonna be out for at least another couple of months.
I look, brother, Tomas. I'm gonna call you Tomas. If this was maybe 3 months ago before Chad Gable got hurt, I might be right there with you. But due to the fact that this Grande Americano thing has a short shelf life, and I feel like we've reached this point, is apex. Yeah, that should not be him. No one day has been established how we're about to retire. Well, that's why I say Obafemi.
Yeah, Obafemi
star actually, night one.
Obafemi is actually a great choice right there, but it's just a matter of if Triple H will, listen to your idea.
That goes back to Shawn Michaels having the book. He was a star immediately in NXT. He took over. Obafemi took over as soon as he hit the scene on NXT. So why wouldn't he be able to do it on the main roster?
I'm not saying he can't. I'm sitting here saying Obafemi is a great idea. I honestly believe that Oba is one of the next big stars.
He could be if you don't have his legs cut out from him.
Because we had a discussion about him. We said you have to book him carefully. You have to book him carefully, because if you book him the wrong way, then it's over.
Thomas, I got you. I got you. You got Ludwig Kaiser, a German, speaking fluent Spanish, playing an American hero. I got you. I'm saying if we would have did that with Grande Americano from day one, then yes. And if John Cena would have retired a little bit earlier before the act got stale, yes. Because the act is only over in Mexico. It's not really hitting on much here in the States.
I'm only saying that Chad, if the Grande Americano is Chad Gable, then yes, I agree that he could have been one of the ones, but then he got hurt. Because I've gone on record as saying that the El Grande Americano gimmick, while it does get Chad Gable on TV, is beneath him. He's too good of a fucking wrestler to be in a gimmick like that. But if it gets him on TV, I guess that's what you got to do.
Right. Yeah, I remember, this is not Vince McMahon's WWE anymore. If you can contribute to this bottom line and make us money, you get on TV. If not, You up out of here.
TJ. I figured that out. I figured that out right off the bat.
I didn't.
I did, but
I didn't. Thomas.
So Obafemi would definitely be a great choice. If it's not going to be Gunther, which if the IC title's involved, it shouldn't be Gunther. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think it would be damaging to Gunther if they let Javon go over him?
Nope, depending on how you do it. Depending on how you do it. Because again, that makes a star. That makes a star. You can beat Gunther and have him be strong. Because if he beat him, like remember, let me take you back. Let me take y'all back just a little bit. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3 Kid beat Razor Ramon on Raw. And it was a big moment. You made a star. Mm-hmm. Jeff Hardy did lose to Taker in that ladder match, but the way you booked it, you made a star. It's all about how you book it. If you book it to where one finisher he beats Gunther, what the fuck was that? If you book it like Chelsea Green did with Julia, what the fuck was that? As long as you don't cut Gunther's legs from up under him, you got action at it.
Finn Balor would benefit, but he kind of seems to be locked into that Judgment Day thing. Same thing with JD. I think both of them are being wasted in that storyline that just won't die. The Judgment Day story, that needs to die. And I know they're waiting for Liv to come back to officially kill it. But, you know, I see a lot in JD. If he could just get away from that, just get away from the Judgment Day. And hell, we could possibly have a resurrection of Finn Balor if he could do it, you know? And Finn is in the tournament. Like I said, I can't help myself. I know what happened last night. Finn is in the tournament, and it could. You could go with Finn, but the only way that like you would literally have to strap the rocket to him if you do, because he doesn't have many great runs left in him, I don't think, because he's been wasted with this Judgment Day thing.
I wouldn't say he's been wasted. Judgment Day
I wouldn't say he's
a bunch of real estate.
I don't think I would say he's close to retirement. No, I don't.
Judgment Day has occupied a bunch of real estate on Monday Night Raw over the last 3 years. At one point, they was in like 2 or 3. So that means he's on TV. That's more than you can say for a whole bunch of other people. And considering the way he didn't got executed by Roman Reigns, the fact that he could be on television and still be somewhat recognizable is a miracle in his own right.
Yes, and
again,
for those of
it should not be
know what he's talking about. Just go back and watch that match between Roman and Finn, Demon Finn, and you'll see exactly what
it should not be. Nobody that's been a prominent fixture on WWE television over the last 5 years, because again, you can't rehab them enough if they already been damaged. At this point, you really can't rehab LA Knight enough as a face, at least, because he's been damaged, and we're only talking about 2 years. So imagine that match with Roman Reigns and Finn was in 2022 or 2021. Was it 2022?
I don't remember.
Okay, that's 4 years ago. So 3 to 4 years ago. What would you say that for sake of argument? So you definitely can't rehab that. But you have Javon Evans, you have Obafemi, you have LA Knight, even though we know where that's gonna go. Like you have 3 people that you can literally make a star.
That comment right there. Yes. Yes.
Well, we're saying the same thing. There we go. We're saying the same thing.
Yes. We should not have somebody who's already an established star or an established wrestler win this tournament. It needs to be somebody that you're trying to bring up or somebody that is underutilized. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Good point, TJ. Good point.
Wes, where you at with this one, baby? What you got?
Yeah, Wes.
No,
any final thoughts on this?
No, I agree with that 100%. New talent underutilized. Exactly.
You can't be somebody established, so it can't be Randy Orton. I mean, what's that going to do for Randy Orton? Nothing.
It's not going to do anything for Randy Orton.
Yeah. Not the IC
there
though.
There you go. Yes. Yes, absolutely. If you've been a world champion already, you should not be the one to beat John Cena.
Okay, this is damn near going to be big. If booked properly, this is going to be bigger than the world championship. Bigger.
This is going to be bigger. I've actually had some time to think about it since we talked about it the other day. Yes, this will be bigger than Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker's streak.
All right. Well, with that being said, Anthony Felix Cena is now a Grand Slam champion. Yo comprende, orderly. So, what are y'all thoughts on John Cena being a Grand Slam champion?
I mean,
it was gonna happen.
It was gonna happen. I mean, yeah, exactly. I said it. I said it a couple times. I said, that's the last thing that you really need to do before this is over with. You have him beat Ric Flair's record, which is technically not the correct record, but as far as WWE goes, yes, Ric Flair is a 17-time champion, or 16-time champion. So the only other thing was for John Cena to win the only title that he never got. But I still don't think he needed it. He didn't need that. He didn't need it.
No, he didn't need it. But, I mean, he is the greatest of all time. Why not make him the Grand Slam champion? Just to add to that.
John Cena
he didn't need it at all.
John Cena is the best homegrown star in the history of WWE. And Mike said that the other day. I'm not gonna take what he told me. He is the best and the most successful homegrown star that WWE has ever had. And this also includes Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. John Cena is above both of them as far as homegrown stars.
My thing about it is, what does it actually accomplish? What?
The only thing it actually accomplishes is the person that wrestles him on December 13th is walking out Intercontinental Champion. That is the only thing that this accomplishes.
But beating John Cena and retiring him is going to be the bigger thing. That literally, in its own definition, because we already established that it's going to be bigger than the streak. So that by proxy makes the championship what? Secondary.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it is a secondary title. It's not. It's not a.
But it's on the greatest star all time. So it should never be a time where any championship should be taking a back seat to anything, because these things supposed to be prestigious. These things supposed to have cachet on it, and with it having John Cena on it, it really shouldn't be a prop or secondary. But let's be honest, what's bigger?
That is exactly where it's going to be, because he is not going to defend it once before December 13th unless he wrestles tomorrow night on Raw. Or
even
Monday
if he defended it, even if he defended it every single day up until the day he retires. The day he retires, which is December 13th, it is not going to be remembered as, oh shit, this is the day that John Cena dropped the Intercontinental Championship. No, it's going to always be, this is the day John Cena has taken his last match. So this match should not have a championship on it. The match itself sells the ticket. Anything short of that makes this title a secondary title. Secondary, like we know it's secondary. We don't need you to tell us it's secondary. Rather, that's directly or indirectly. I mean, that's just the old school in me. Like, I'm from the era where the IC belt, the World Heavyweight belt, the WWE Championship, it means something. To hold this belt and the lineage on this belt, it means something. And it should never be a backdrop. But that's unfortunately what it is. This is what Triple H has booked us into. There you go. There we go. We on the same wave here. Very nice.
No, he's not going to retire with it. Dom was definitely making it more relevant. Dom was getting over.
Gunther started making it. Gunther's the one that started this.
That's true.
When Gunther he was on SmackDown and he held that belt for 666 days, which is a crazy number, and by the way,
fucking number, yeah.
That's what brought somewhat of the prestigiousness, if that's a word, back to that title. Dom holding that belt, don't get me wrong. I mean, he got over, but he got over. The belt didn't get over. So, like what they're doing on SmackDown with the United States Championship, that's getting the prestigious on the prestiginess on the belt. That's making the belt feel like something, mean like something. It's like a night and day difference. Hell, I'm sure we all can agree that the women's, at least in this part, and right now, November 15, 2025, the women's Intercontinental Championship feels more important than the actual Intercontinental Championship. Which brings us to our next point. Y'all know where we going in Madison Square Garden.
TJ. Oh, well, anyway. This is actually set to be probably one of the biggest Raws of the year. Because number one, it's John Cena's last Raw. Brock will probably be there. Roman will probably be there. Mm-hmm. So everybody will be there. And you have the matches for the tournament. We get to find out who the mystery opponent is for Solo. And I can tell you right now, anybody that's read the rumor, it will not be Zilla.
Zilla, man.
It will not be Zilla.
I don't know about that, Thomas. There was a bit significant gap between Eddie being the IC championship and the world champion because he went to SmackDown and became a tag team wrestler at first. Los Guerreros. But I was speaking of the women's Intercontinental Championship. Now that we know what we know, coming up in Madison Square Garden, we have Becky Lynch versus Maxine for the women's Intercontinental Championship. How do y'all feel about that? I feel you. I can agree with that.
Would I be crazy if I said that Maxine should probably win that title Monday?
One day or on Monday?
On Monday.
Based on?
It would be something nobody would see coming.
What about you, Wes?
Sorry, I had somebody knocking on my door. I didn't hear what you said.
It's all good. It's all good. Becky Lynch versus Maxine.
Would I be crazy if I said that Maxine should beat Becky Monday for that title?
No, I think she should win it. I think she should beat her.
What are y'all basing that on? I'm not saying I disagree. I just want to hear y'all thoughts.
It would be something that, number one, no one would see coming. Mm-hmm. You would essentially create another woman star because Maxine's been there for a while.
Yeah.
She's been there for a while. So you would potentially create another woman star, which is something that WWE definitely needs.
On SmackDown.
Now, I'm going to ask the second part of my question, which Nikki already asked. Is she ready for that?
May I ask you this? I asked you a question with a question.
Sure.
You want to tackle it first, Wes? You want to tackle his question? Do you think she's ready?
I like the progress she's made as well, but as far as being ready, I don't think she's quite there. Not quite yet.
Okay, so what does being ready actually mean to y'all?
I don't think she's ready to be the star as big as Becky Lynch.
I don't know anybody's a bigger star than Becky Lynch.
No, that's just not us saying it either.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if anybody
very nice
star. And that was good, Wes. That you know what? Cheers, bro.
No, facts.
But here's another thing, though. You've already put you put the title on what's her name on SmackDown, and it bombed. So you turned around and gave it back to Chelsea Green.
You're talking about Julia?
Yes, I'm talking about Julia. All right. What do you honestly have to lose by putting the title on Maxine just to see what maybe you might have in her? And by the way, we're broadcasting to nobody. Oh, there's one person. It said zero. It said zero for a minute, but
so
like, at this point, what do you really have to lose to potentially create a new star?
So this is what I got. Ooh,
my bad. My head was.
I wouldn't let that hair breathe, but now okay. Is she ready? Well, that depends on what your definition of ready really is. And at this point in life, comparing Maxine and Becky Lynch is actually very disrespectful to Becky Lynch, to be honest.
It is.
Becky has done everything possible to make this belt feel as important as it can possibly be. And you need a Maxine. You need a B-Fab. You need a, I guess you could say, can't think of her name right now. Alex the Black Wife. I can't think of her name right now. Selena Vega. You need a Selena Vega because this is how you make them. We ain't got to go as far as say a star, but you can establish them in a certain way. Like, remember when Shelton Benjamin won his first Intercontinental Championship? Did you think he was ready?
No.
Promo, definitely
not. No.
Definitely. Okay. When Shawn won his first Intercontinental Championship, was he ready? When The Rock won his first, when Trips won his first, no. But you don't know until you actually get them out there in the field. Like, this is exactly what CM Punk was talking about when he walked out in 2014. He said, how do you know if I can get over if you don't put me out there with the people to get over? How do you know I'm a main eventer if you don't put me in the main event to be in with the main eventers to see if I can actually be a main eventer? And this is Maxine time. It's sink or swim. It's literally sink or swim. Becky has done everything to make her look good. I think she went above and beyond to make her look good. Honestly.
and I agree with what Nikki just said right there. It kind of is a waste being on Becky because she's not really defending it. She's not, we kind of thought that AJ Lee was going to be the one to take it from her, but that doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon.
I vehemently disagree with that. Because before Becky, who had this belt? Lyra. And did you give a damn about this belt? No. And Becky's best work has been since she's became the women, really since she's came back, but for sure, the women's intercontinental champion. And she is to that belt what Jericho was to the AEW World Championship. It gets the belt established. It creates a certain type of lineage because we're talking about Becky Lynch. We're not talking about some run-of-the-mill talent. Like, she is a walking, talking, shooting first ballot, if they had a first ballot, Hall of Famer.
She hasn't really defended it, though.
Just her having it. And she's been on TV. I put it like this. Who's been doing better? The Women's Intercontinental Championship or the Women's U.S. Champion?
I mean, both been pretty fucking lame.
Oh, no. We cannot split the baby. We can't split the baby. If I give you the option to split the baby, you'll split it every time. Give or take, left or right, up or down. Women's champion, Women's Intercontinental Championship, or United States champion? Women's United States champion. Which one feels more important right now?
The one that Becky
Women's Intercontinental.
Got you. Women's World Championship or the Women's Intercontinental Champion? Which one feels more important right now? And I know my girl La Primera, no bullshit, got it around her waist, but I'm telling you right now, who feels more important? Becky Lynch or Stephanie Van Keuren? And she's the Women's World Heavyweight Champion. So if Maxine go and pull this off, what does that do for Maxine?
It launches her.
Straps a rocket to her.
It straps the rocket to her, even if just temporarily. It launches her into the fucking stratosphere.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. Has Becky been pinned since she's became back?
Oh, there's D.
Nope.
My boy. Has Becky been pinned since she's been back? Has she submitted since she's been back?
No.
She turned on Lyra, and that cost them the women's tag titles. But I mean, she didn't eat the pin. Becky has not been pinned or submitted since she's been back. But if Maxine beats her, she pins her, submits her. This is Triple H at WrestleMania 20. I can't put you over no better than this. I did the work. Now, what you do after this, that's on you. We made the star. Now you gotta do. Well, you know what I mean when I say this in terms of Maxine. But now you gotta. You feel me? Becca's been a great about. She gotta lose eventually, brother.
She does.
And AJ Lee at this point. The name sells itself. She's just like CM Punk. Don't need no belt. The name sells itself.
They seem to be behind her. They actually do seem to be behind her right now.
More or less.
So are we all in agreement? Are we all in agreement here that Maxine should take that title from Becky Monday?
If not, then when? Because let me ask you this: if not, then when?
You have potentially the biggest Raw show of the entire year coming up Monday. It's now
because they're at Madison Square Garden.
Because of
why do you
everything around it? Because of Madison Square Garden,
Roman Reigns is coming back,
huh?
Go ahead.
Because of everybody that's probably going to be coming back. I mean, I don't know.
Roman Reigns is coming back for the 50,000th time.
I'm not. Brock's going to be probably there too, but Brock's probably going to be announced as the fifth man of the fucking Vision.
Would that do something for you? Just I'm like, well, I'm not being a dick when I ask you that. Like, I'm serious. Like, would that do something for you? Because Brock Lesnar has came back after coming back and killing John Cena and leaving again.
That's true.
It don't do anything for me.
It don't do anything for me. Now, if this was, I put it like this: if this was Raw after WrestleMania, okay, now, you might have me on that.
Do you understand? I didn't say this will be the biggest Raw of the year. I said this has the potential
facts
to be.
No, facts. I'm trying to recognize that potential.
But I'm just saying it has the potential to be the biggest Raw of this year with everybody coming back, which is, I mean, like you said, fuck, how many times have we seen Roman Reigns come back? How many times
this year alone?
How many times have we seen Brock? We've seen Roman Reigns come back more than Cody Rhodes has defended the title.
And at this point, Brock Lesnar's big return was when he popped up out of nowhere at what was that, SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, yes.
Now that was big. I mean, it literally can't get no bigger than that.
That was huge. That was something nobody saw coming.
Nikki,
nobody saw it coming. Say what?
Nah, Nikki said this. I said she got me on that AJ part.
Is AJ Lee supposed to be at Raw Monday?
Your guess about as good as mine.
So now, okay, with what she just said about AJ being there, does that mean AJ cost Becky that title, or does Maxine go over Becky clean?
Maxine don't beat Becky clean. Can't do that now.
Nope.
It's not believable.
It's gonna have to be a interference or something.
Right. Just Maxine beating Becky alone, rather it's clean, dirty, or anything in between. That's great. That's wonderful. That's magnificent. But you got to protect Becky on the back end because she's a strong heel character. So having Maxine beat her clean would kind of like knock the wind out of her sails, if that makes any sense.
Good point.
Because you know she's going to the World Championship after this. You know that.
Is she?
That's happening. Why wouldn't she?
I mean, it kind of seems like a feud with AJ is kind of imminent.
And right after that, World Champion. And AJ Lee should not win that feud. No way. No way. A woman or male that's been on your television consistently week after week after week should lose to somebody that pops up at least get the better of somebody that she should get the better of the person that barely be on your TV show. That'd be crazy for Becky Lynch. I'm not saying that Becky shouldn't lose to her, period. But I'm saying if we had a series of 3 matches, Becky should win 2. AJ should win 1. Because how do you justify Becky Lynch, a woman that's been on your television screen at least in comparison to AJ Lee more consistently, and she goes out here and lose 2 matches to 1? No. And we're going to talk about World Championship after that?
I got you. No, I got you on that. Fair enough. All right, so if Maxine goes over, it's not going to be clean.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
That actually makes
it shouldn't
more
be
sense.
Clean at all.
That actually makes more sense if AJ is going to come back. So now she can cost Becky the title.
You like that finish, Wes? Maxine over Becky, non-clean?
No,
interference by AJ.
Clean. That has to be interference.
You don't like it clean?
No.
No, you can't. You can't beat Becky Lynch, who hasn't lost since she's returned, clean with somebody like Maxine Dupree.
No argument for me, brothers. No argument for me. Now where D Black at? Come on up in here. D Blacker fella, quick to smack a fella. Should have been signed to Rockefeller. I know we talk about your boy Dirty Dom. Ray versus Dirty Dom in San Diego, California. What y'all think about that?
think it should happen, and I think Dom should go over on him.
Dom definitely should go over. There is no scenario where Ray should beat Dom. None. Paul, if you are on this podcast right now, I know you're not, but if you are, Ray does not need to go over Dom.
Nope.
What if I told you he should? What if I told you he could? What if I told you he could?
But why? Please. Okay. Give us your reasoning.
Oh, yeah. You back live. I'm going to tell you why I think, at least in this specific match, Ray should go over. This is a trilogy, or this is a multi-year feud. Within the end, Dom is going to get the ultimate payoff, which he's going to retire Ray. Remember, we established that shows ago. It should be a mask versus mullet, career versus mullet. Because, if he unmasked, that's his career. Even though we saw him in WCW with no mask on.
We know what motherfucker looks like under that mask.
We know because we've been watching since forever. But if you haven't been watching since 1999, you don't know what he looks like. And to the WWE audience specifically, you don't know what he looks like.
Okay.
Now, because I said the second year on mask, the career is over. Now, Ray should go over by way of Finn Balor. Because you still got to tell the story of the implosion of the Judgment Day.
I like
that. You still got to do that. And because ultimately we're going to get a Dom and Finn Balor match. Rather that be Royal Rumble, rather that be at WrestleMania. Which, actually at WrestleMania, I actually like it better at WrestleMania, to be honest. With the babyface Dom Mysterio.
You know what, Mike? I'm gonna say this, and I say this with all love. I fucking hate you.
Very nice.
The reason why
I take that as a compliment.
I will have a thought in my head, and then you will say something that makes so much fucking sense that now I'm like, well, goddamn, I never looked at it that way. I fucking hate you for that.
That's why we do this, brother. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. That's why we do this, man. What about you, Wes? What you think about that? Feel free to disagree.
Sorry, I was reading the comments over here. Say that one more time.
No, I said feel free to disagree. What you think about that? I think Ray should go over Dom by way of Finn Balor, because we still got to tell the story of the implosion of the Judgment Day. And
that's the only way you can have Ray go over on Dom. It's the only way you can have it go over.
Right. That's why I say, what if I tell you there's a way that we can? And we have Ray 2 to Dom 0. Remember, okay. I like very fucking nice. Who is Dom Mysterio? He's Eddie Guerrero. Remember, for the longest, Eddie did not beat Ray. Matter of fact, Eddie went 0-7 before he beat Ray. In that ladder match, he went 0-7 before he beat Ray. If we combine WCW and WWE, 0-7. I'm not saying Rey Mysterio is gonna go 7-0 against Dom, but what's wrong with Ray going up 2-0 on Dom? If Dom gets the ultimate crescendo, which is he retires his dad, WrestleMania, Saudi Arabia, or WrestleMania the year after, however you want to do this. Obviously, whenever Ray want to call it quits,
you're gonna take it
whenever Ray wants to call it quits, because this is all hinging on how long Ray wants to wrestle, obviously. The ending game should be Eddie. So look, I'm calling him Eddie now. Ray, Dom, career, mullet, mask, mullet, and Ray unmasked at the end. And that's it. His leaving his boots in the ring is him taking his mask off.
Ray unmasks and then just leaves his mask in the ring and
leaves it in the ring. Leaves it in the ring. Now, if WrestleMania was in LA, I for sure would love this. Obviously, WrestleMania will never be in San Diego, but yeah.
I don't think WrestleMania will ever be in LA again either.
And the Clippers new arena, most definitely.
I don't know. They seem to like Vegas.
And SoFi, well,
they seem to like Vegas.
Close to, I mean, Vegas is close to LA. It's only 4 hours.
I know.
It's only a 4 hour drive from LA.
I used to live there, so I know. But I'm saying it just seems like they really like Vegas. You know, they're doing it 2 years in a row.
You get tax breaks out there.
Tax breaks and fuck New Orleans right in the ass. But no, I agree that the only way that Ray can go over Dom is with somebody interfering.
It's the only way it can happen.
The only way.
It is the only way.
The only way.
Because if you have Ray go over Dom clean, you kill everything that Dom's worked for since SummerSlam that he won the, or was it WrestleMania?
You wouldn't kill it? I don't think you would kill it because, I mean, it's his daddy. And Rey Mysterio is a fucking legend. You wouldn't kill it, but let's just say you'll set Dom back. And yes, in San Diego, that AAA Mega Championship should be on the line, considering Ray has never held that belt. I don't even think a father and son ever fought over that belt. Have a father and son ever fought over a world championship at all? I'm sure that's happened in wrestling before. There we go. Well, what they did, Nikki, remember, they had that match at WrestleMania and Ray did go over. This would be the second time.
Well, first off, Ray can't be a full-time wrestler. Dom is a full-time wrestler. So no, you can't. You can't. You got to tell the story of the Judgment Day. I agree. You got to tell the story of the Judgment Day imploding with Finn. I mean, we've had so many teases of Finn and Dom that it's about time to execute it.
That's why what D Black just said is exactly why WrestleMania, the home base for WrestleMania, will always be in Vegas. If other cities, like, they want other cities to throw out their chicken, we talking about money you would pay for the Super Bowl. And the Saudis was willing to do that. The Saudis are trying to buy up everything. Matter of fact, the Saudis are trying to make a bid in Warner Brothers. They are trying to own Warner Brothers, which essentially they're on the media rights to AEW. But that's a whole different story. And with TKO home base being in Vegas, they get a lot of tax breaks, et cetera, et cetera. So, and plus, with Vegas being a vacation spot and a tourist attraction in its own right, it's nothing to get a crowd there. So, you know, I know that's a little long-winded, but
the only problem with that is February through May in Vegas is considered off season. So it's not as much of a vacation spot as you would think during that time. I'm not saying people ain't going to travel. I'm not saying people ain't going to travel to Vegas. I'm not saying that. I am saying you're hosting WrestleMania during what is considered to be Vegas's off season. But either way,
any last thoughts on Ray and Dom San Diego Survivor Series?
No.
All right. Now let's go on to the most obvious thing coming to you like death and taxes. Who did not know that Nikki Bella was going to turn heel?
I called that the moment she came out and helped her the first time.
Hey, look, what you got on this, Wes? I'm gonna let you go before.
Okay, me calling that means nothing because we all knew it was coming.
It was too obvious. We knew it was coming.
But here's the thing. Other than her hugging and shaking hands with John Cena backstage, what is the fucking motive? Besides, okay,
Of
I'm
what?
sorry. Besides the women's world championship and besides Stephanie Bacquer touching John Cena backstage, what is the motive
Of Nikki turning heel?
Yes. Oh my god, that looks fucking amazing.
You want, Wes, I want you to get yours out. Pause before I go.
We have a lot of pauses on this channel.
Yeah, bro. Gotta pause it out.
Go ahead. Let me hear you.
Okay. Now, to me, and this is me personally, and I've said on this channel, with all due respect to Nikki Garcia, Nikki Bella, whatever the fuck her name is, Nicole Garcia, she and her sister does absolutely nothing for me. From day one, absolutely nothing. No matter if they're heel, face, anything in between, doesn't do absolutely not a damn thing for me. But if you had to give me a pen and you asked me to book, facts, and you asked me to book this show, and you asked me to book the show, Nikki Bella would have never been a babyface. Like, she is terrible as a babyface. Like, everything about her says heel. Like, she doesn't have a likable character. It's just like Jade Cargill. Like, I like Jade. Like, if you've seen Jade in AEW, the way she was booked in AEW was the fucking way as a heel. Everything about that screams heel. And now she's that character now. And look at her. Night and day difference. Just that simple. Now, I'm not saying that Nikki Bella will ever be a Jade Cargill, because I am far more interested in Jade Cargill than I've ever been in Nikki Bella. And it wouldn't matter if Jade was black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, wouldn't have gave a damn. Like, she's just more interesting. Presentation-wise, character-wise, everything. But I'm saying, if I had to take Nikki Bella, she has to be a heel. Like, I mean, come on now, heel. Like, what? This is like The Miz. Like, The Miz, great overall. But the fuck was that, these headphones? Anyway, The Miz overall is better as a heel than he is as a babyface. And that's just me. You know, I know everybody might not have that agree, and I respect what Nikki has done. Say Divas Revolution, I say bullshit, but nevertheless,
she did not start the Divas Revolution. That's bullshit.
Total Nonstop Action did. Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, ODB, the beautiful Bella, people. These people.
Oh my god, the beautiful people. Whew. Nikki Bella, I absolutely agree with you. Should have never been a face throughout her whole career. Never.
At any point in her career.
At any point. Over in AEW, Jade had a character where she always said, "I'm that bitch." Guess what? Guess what gimmick she's using now? She's that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, that's good.
What you think about that?
Sorry, guys. I got an emergency coming up. I'm a little preoccupied right now. I'm sorry. Could you say that one more time?
You good, brother. Nikki Bella being portrayed as a babyface up until the point she became a heel. And basically, me and John are saying, I mean, her entire career, she's never been interesting at any point. But if you had to take her, like if you had the pin, you had to book the show, you'll take her as a heel versus the babyface. She as a heel, I mean, her as a heel is the same as the Miz being a babyface. I mean, her being a babyface, I'm sorry, it's the same as the Miz being a babyface. Not saying that the Miz can't do it, but it won't be the absolute best that you can get out of him. It's actually being a heel. You just have an unlikable personality, same as Nikki Bella.
Go ahead.
I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you, TJ, bro. I ain't fucking with you.
Damn, Alabama lost? Really? Wow.
Hey, I fuck with that receiver from Oklahoma, though, number 5. Ooh-wee. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it alone. Ryan Williams at one point to me was arguably one of the best receivers in the country, but that is held by Jeremiah Smith, courtesy of the Ohio State Buckeyes. That's just me.
Hey guys, I hate to do it. I got an emergency. I got to roll out.
All right,
go ahead, bro. Drop down.
Yeah, got an emergency. I'll hit up.
Appreciate you, Ben. Appreciate you sliding through for us, brother.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Handle your business.
Yep. Hopefully, whatever he's got to take care of. Hopefully, whatever he's got to take care of is.
Not for sure.
We got you, Wes.
Not for sure.
Yes, Nikki is definitely better as a heel. Just like Jade shouldn't have never been made a face.
TJ, she's hideous. No, Jade is a beautiful woman. I think she's right at that edge point where the muscular. I keep hearing that shit. Like she's right at that edge point to where the muscular isn't like overbearing. She don't look like Nicole Bass. Yeah, that was. She don't look like Shaniqua. Yeah,
Nicole Bass was actually a man.
Very nice. She don't look like Shaniqua.
Anyway, hey, we went way off. We went way off the track there. Let's just
Yo, this is crazy. This is funny.
This really is, but
Jake both ways. That's our chat moderator right there.
Hold on. God damn. Okay. Moving on.
You know what?
I can't help myself. Baby.
Hey man.
Oh goddamn.
I think that's a different type of kiss.
Okay. We've officially fucking lost it. Okay.
Oh Lord.
All right.
I need this lad before Texas go out here and break my heart against Georgia.
I wouldn't actually bet on that, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, no shit. We probably could do a pretty good comedy show.
Okay, y'all. Let's go. Let's move on. So War Games is starting to take shape, and shouts out to Dave motherfucking Meltzer. I know Dave Meltzer has received a lot of shit over the last year and a half. It's been a very shaky year for Dave, but Dave actually called the War Games, at least the women's War Games match, right on the money. He got all the names right all the way down to Lash Legend. So if we're going to shit on Dave when he's wrong, let's give him his credit when he's right. Go ahead.
Hold on. Tell me what he said for the War Games.
Women's War Games. He said Charlotte. He said Charlotte, Becky. Well, not on the same team, but I'm just talking about all. Okay, well, let me do the team. He said Charlotte, Alexa, Io, Rhea, and AJ Lee. That ain't happened yet, but that's what's about to happen.
No, sir.
And he said Becky.
No, sir.
He said Becky. I must have really missed something on SmackDown.
Oh shit. Okay.
Becky. The Kabuki Warriors, which is Asuka and what's their goddamn Kairi Sane. Lash Legend, Nia Jax. And I'm forgetting one person. I might be.
Okay.
But what you got over there?
I can't.
Love, brother. You can't what?
I can't. I can't. You don't want me to talk about last night, so I can't tell you what I know.
What you know, man? Go on, tell us.
Charlotte dropped out.
In storyline.
Charlotte dropped out because there is a rumor, like Nikki just said, for Bailey and Lyra to step in.
So that means what's her name is gonna have to drop also.
No. You're gonna have Rhea, Io, Alexa, Bailey, Lyra.
Okay, this is the direct quote from Dave. The women's war games will consist of Team Rhea, Io, Charlotte, and Alexa. This is on November 10th. What's today? The 15th. So the women's war games match will consist of Team Rhea, Io, Charlotte, and Alexa versus Team Asuka, Kairi, Lash, and Nia. There's probably also going to be a fifth member for each team, either being Lyra and Bailey or Becky and AJ.
Okay, so
Madison, what's going on?
What's up, Madison? Okay, so maybe he did call it.
Look, Uncle Dave got it right. At least this one. At least that's the way it's looking so far. You know, at the bottom of the ticket, the card, it does say card is subject to change.
No. That's a good question. That's a good question. But no. I think what Nikki just said a minute ago, she's dropping out because she's going to go after Jade. They already planted that seed at the SmackDown I was at last week.
WrestleMania. That is a WrestleMania quality match.
I'm not saying
even if we can do it at the Rumble. We can do it at the Rumble, but Jade goes over.
Oh no, I'm not saying Charlotte should go over at all. I'm definitely not saying that.
Nah, I definitely won't be no point, brother.
Jade needs to beat Charlotte because she needs to be established as somebody that is actually, believable.
This is funny. They need another big bitch since Bianca needs more time. I am dead.
Apparently, Bianca is about 4 months behind schedule.
Because her finger breakage, because she said she tore the joint, broke the bone. Oh man, it was like about as worse as it can get.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's a War Games.
It's an actual War Games match. Okay.
Yep, that's why we.
All right. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but sometime in the future on SmackDown, I think it might be next week, there is going to be a traditional Survivor Series match with Sami Zayn
on SmackDown.
Yeah, I know. Why not do it a Survivor Series? But it's going to be the MFTs versus Sami Zayn, and I can't remember who else, but it's going to be a traditional Survivor Series style match, elimination match. Why they're not doing it at actual Survivor Series makes no sense to me, but we're going to get a traditional Survivor Series style match, just not at Survivor Series.
And I hate that we got away from that. Survivor Series has lost its identity. And we
I
know
used to love the traditional Survivor Series styles match because you had people on one team that you really had no business having them on the same team. You know, you had guys on teams that where you're like, damn, why are they on a team together?
Not the MFTs. I'm motherfucking tired. That's what that MFT stands. Motherfucking tired.
It's gonna be it's gonna be I think it's gonna be Sami Zayn and the Wyatts against the MFTs in a traditional Survivor Series match, if I think. See, I told you. I told you that was Uncle Howdy that they showed on SmackDown. It was.
Was it in the backstage segment?
Yes.
You know them be pre-taped, right? Sometimes they tape weeks of segments. Considering.
You are correct, sir.
Live in front of a crowd is one. Live in front of the crowd is one thing. Backstage segments, those be pre-taped. Most of the time.
You are correct, sir. You are correct.
Now,
yes, they were talking. They did the whole glitch on the screen, and then all of a sudden you saw Uncle Howdy looking over everything. So that's why I said Howdy was actually on SmackDown, but it could have been taped weeks ago.
Now, this is my thing. I'm motherfucking tired of the MFTs, right?
Oh my.
They have done very little as far as character development and explaining to us why we should give a damn about these people. I mean, they already killed Solo. Solo was dead before Cena ripped him a new one with being voiceless. But when Cena ripped him a new one and said, I'm about to cook you in 90 seconds and I don't need a voice to do it, Solo has been dead ever since. So, and this ain't doing nothing. Like
Solo, in my opinion, has been dead since he tried to be the tribal chief.
And John, I'm saying no, you're right. And I'm saying John Cena just went on and just took it out in the back and shot him in the head between the eyes. Now, what is JC Mateo? I know he's Jeff Cobb from New Japan, but do the WWE audience know that?
No.
What is Tall Tonga?
He's one tall motherfucker. That's the only thing I know.
What is Tama Tonga? Outside of yeah. What is Tongaloa? What are they? Besides Haku Kids, what are they? Ted DiBiase Jr. Ted DiBiase Jr. was the $1 Million Man, son.
Motherfucker that botched a nut shot and punched the dude right in the face.
Botched his debut.
That's Tongaloa right there. Punched the motherfucker right in the face. Went to do a damn nut shot and punched the dude right in the face.
I've never seen somebody botch a low blow, bro.
Me either.
Never in my life.
I must have watched that shit about 50 times that week.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty weak. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't hit it with the same enthusiasm, but
his new thing is yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I ain't got that type of energy in me.
No,
yeah, it's the tequila. It's the tequila, yeah. I ain't bullshit. I'm getting my Jake the Snake over tonight. Paul. Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot to read. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We gotta get this right. Gotta talk about it. Hold on.
No, we got
What the fuck? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me unos momentos.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. Okay, Wes wanted me to tell you guys that he's sorry he had to skip out on his debut, but his best friend hit a deer on a motorcycle and is on his way to the hospital.
Oh man, no, prayers out to the friend, brother. Prayers out to him for everybody here at the show, man. With speedy recovery, please. We want all well thoughts. T's and P's going that way.
That's right.
All right. On me.
No vodka. No. I deliver enough of that shit.
Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. We got, is Mike Santana done with TNA? If you have been living under a rock, Mike Santana, according to Russell Votes, has reportedly not arrived at TNA's Turning Point event. He did not appear for his scheduled meet and greet after last night's taping. And the word making the way around town is that he has not returned the company's calls or texts. He went full Andrade on TNA. Now, TNA did. Very nice. TNA did. And Mike Santana's championship run, he won a belt, and he's only been the champion for a little over 30 days. And he's only had one title defense. Coincidentally, he lost to Kazarian. And they didn't take TV for like 3 weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much what's his run as the world champion. And as a result of that, I guess he stopped returning texts, phone calls, totally ghosted the company. So what are y'all thoughts on that?
Who the fuck is Mike Santana?
Wow, you have no idea who Mike Santana is?
I have no fucking clue who Mike Santana is.
Wow. Well, Mike Santana is actually one of, I ain't gonna say the greatest, but one of the more recognizable tag team wrestlers of the last 10 to 15 years.
Move to the left a little bit. You're like off to the right.
Oh,
there you go.
Sorry. Hold on right quick. Let me.
I maybe I've heard of him under another name, but I'm like, who is that?
Hold on. Remember Santana and Ortiz? They was a part of the original LAX.
Okay.
With Homicide. I mean, with Hernandez, I know.
And
okay. Santana and Ortiz had this real controversial breakup because Santana wanted to go on to be a singles wrestler because he felt like he was just being slaughtered here as a tag wrestler and he wanted more for himself. And Ortiz didn't like that. And they had a real big blow up to where they did their last little tag match together, knowing that they're beefed out with each other or whatever the case may be. And soon after that, Mike Santana went on his own and Ortiz fell by the wayside. And Mike Santana went to a House of Glory, became a household name, went to AEW for a little bit.
So you're saying a former member of LAX actually did something different than being a tag team wrestler. Okay, got you.
Yep.
Okay, now I know who Mike Santana is. But still, I was not aware that.
But yeah, I mean, he's a TNA World Heavyweight Champion, at least former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Dispute over booking. He no shows and completely ghosts the company, pulling a full-fledged Andrade. We are having a liquor conversation over here in the chat. And Kazarian, if I'm not mistaken, Kazarian has never been a TNA champion. And you know, Kazarian is a TNA legend. Frankie Kazarian, yes, him.
Frankie Kazarian's never been the TNA champion?
I don't think he has. I think this is his first time being a TNA champion.
Now, let me Google machine real quick. Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah. His most recent and highest profile world championship win was the TNA World Championship, which he won in November 2025.
Yep. Damn. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy that he's been with them all those years and never won. I thought he at least won it once.
Big news coming out of the TNA front. And gotta talk about this before we get to the questions. Hold on. No, nigga, don't scroll across the ticker. Count one. All right, here we go. And Joe Hendry say his name and he appears is exclusive to WWE. As I said, the world's worst kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter sack? You might be talking my language.
Yeah. I mean, we knew it was going to happen when his contract with TNA was over. And like you mentioned the other day offline, he's been on NXT more than he's been on TNA.
Mm-hmm.
So he's practically been with WWE this entire time, really.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I mean, honestly, Joe Hendry, I like the character. I like the presentation, but I feel like he's in the Jey Uso realm of things. Outside of saying his name and he appears, name something he does that's special. No. Joe Hendry should get chopped down by Gunther. Please and thank you. Back to NXT you go.
If Joe is even in the tournament. We do still have 4 more participants. 4 more that will be named on Raw. So, he definitely takes those well.
Biggest moment in TNA history.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Fuck Tony Khan.
FTK. I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, fuck them kids.
There you go.
It could be that. All right. Well.
So. Well. No, Joe Hendry should not be the one to win the tournament.
Nope.
You want to create a star, but it's not Joe Hendry.
It got to be a star that you'll take serious. It got to be a legitimate threat. And that is over for me. But at this point in the show, y'all, it wasn't really an eventful week, so to speak. So at this point in the show,
you literally just said that.
Well,
he literally just said.
Oh yeah, fucking kid.
Oh, he said we'll probably win. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yep. And at this point, we would like to open the floor up to your favorite 2 hills that love to come to you every Tuesday, as we like to do on this here YouTube, soon to be on TikTok. Sometimes Thursday
and Saturday.
And right here on Saturday. But we came out here on Saturday just for y'all. We couldn't we got a streak going on like The Undertaker. Yeah. So we got to broadcast at least once a week. And oh man, they took all my stuff down. But y'all know the vibes. Y'all know our boys Bearded Conversations. He always in here. I know this is an off day, so maybe he's not in here today because of such. But he'll be here. Make sure y'all go follow my boy Bearded at Bearded Conversations over on Twitter. Make sure y'all go follow my boy Monkey Man, Talking Monkey Business with Monkey Man. I'll have those up next week, I promise. And shouts out to Tiger Mike, friends of the show. If y'all like all these nice little graphics, make sure y'all go check out my boy Tiger Mike, streaming on Twitch at Tiger Mike 84. All your MLB The Show on Saturday and Sunday.
Speaking of Tiger Mike, I need you to put aside a day this week because the 3 of us, he's going to show us how Twitch works.
Very nice.
And
I'm off Wednesday.
Then we can probably start, going on. He said TikTok, we might have to establish ourselves before we might have to establish ourselves before they'll let us stream.
Don't do the rhyme shit. I got you.
But Twitch, we probably definitely can. He said he will show us some stuff. He was supposed to come in here today. I think he had to leave early this morning to go back to work because he only streamed between 8 and 10:30 today, and I still haven't talked to him. So the only time he ever streams and leaves before 12 is if he gets called into work. So,
oh shit!
But I'll let you know as far as that goes.
Okay. Now, before I open my floor with my question of the week, do anybody out in the audience?
There you go.
Shit. Yeah, man. Does anybody out in the audience have anything they would like to ask the panel? Any questions, y'all? Hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Don't get used to it, though. We're going back to our regular days on Tuesday.
I hope so.
We will be coming to you live Tuesday on our normal day at our normal time. I get off of work at 2, so we'll definitely be broadcasting then. If anything, we'll probably just start at 4:30. If need be, but we for sure.
Same heel channel.
I should probably put a label on that. What you mean? No, I'm not. Look. In regards to professional wrestling, do you have any questions for the panel? We would like to open the forum up like that. Because y'all ain't gonna lie, University of Texas about to play. I got to go catch that. No, I got you. No, when you said that, I knew exactly where you was going. I knew exactly where you was going. Because I know how spicy shit can get. Yeah. So as I say, in regards to professional wrestling, is there any questions that anyone in the chat would like to ask the panel before I ask the question of the week? I'll give everybody about 2 minutes. 2 momentos.
Why not 3 minutes? I saw that. I know you caught where I was going with that.
Yeah. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes?
Exactly. Yep. I gotta admit, your question of the week for the last few times has been a fucking doozy. So I kind of can't wait to see what you got for this week.
I got you. So hold on.
Most overrated male and female wrestler on the main roster.
You want to tackle this first with me?
The most overrated male wrestler, without a doubt, is Jey Uso.
Are you saying, okay, let me ask this. Are you saying as far as presentation, or are you saying just in general?
He's probably saying in general. I would think.
Okay, so we got 2 of them. What they gonna do with Brock? Okay. He says in general. What you got?
I wouldn't necessarily say Cody's overrated. Overexposed would be more the word. Like every Friday is right there in our face. I feel that the most overrated wrestler is Jey Uso. Only, I mean, because like he's really just an entrance. I mean, he's something the fans can get behind, but then, like we've said on many occasions, then the bell rings.
Okay, what you got on the female side?
I don't know about Becky, man, because Becky is pure gold as a heel. So
At least this iteration of Becky, for sure.
Overrated female. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll tackle this first, and then I'll slide to D Black's question. Female, Bailey.
I was gonna say Bailey, but then I thought, maybe I'm wrong with that. But
Bailey for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely overrated. I mean,
nothing she
does. She's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere anymore.
Fuck. Can't got that camera adjusted. I haven't cared about Bailey since she was a hugger. That's just me. Male. Oh, yeah. Do you feel him, sir?
Pause.
That's very nice. Male. I might have to go Damian Priest. I just don't get it. Like, and he's a former world champion, so he's always gonna had that prop on him. See, it's tough to say the Miz because the Miz is a great enhancement. Like, he's a great, the Miz to this generation is what X-Pac was to the older generation. Remember, they used to send people out there with X-Pac to see if they really could go. And X-Pac would really be the litmus test for you. And Miz is this generation's X-Pac to me. Not saying that he is a great as a technician as X-Pac, but if I just had to pick in terms of who could go out there and have a decent to solid match to get somebody over to see if they really could do whatever, that'll be the Miz. And yeah, I will go Damian Priest. There's nothing about him as far as entering, far as promo, far as presentation. And honestly, since he won the world champion, do you even remember him being the world champion?
I do not. I honestly remember saying that giving him the world championship was a mistake in the first place.
I'm only saying Damian Priest because he's a former world champion. And he's always going to have that recognition, that same thing like Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, he's a former WWE champion. So, with that being said, that's always going to put you like in a certain category versus being out there with a Carmelo Hayes or a Jimmy Uso, a Solo, so on, a LA Knight, so on and so forth. So I do believe he's improperly used, but based off what I've seen, that's who I would say is overrated. Now, to D Black, what do we do with Brock? Hold on. What do they do with Brock? Now, what do you think? You want to tackle this first? Audience, you can answer this question also. This is not just for us, even though I said it's for the panel.
I think you kind of start to gravitate him towards Gunther. Because before Brock was suspended, that was the plan, was him and Gunther at WrestleMania. And then Brock got pulled from TV, and then we never had it. And really, that's about the only way I think you can go with it right now is Brock and Gunther. That's what I think you should do. You should start kind of pushing him towards this way. So maybe the way that you have Javon go over Gunther Monday is to have Brock come out and cost him a match.
Okay, in my opinion,
sure.
I told y'all what we should do with Gunther and Brock. That should be SummerSlam, Minneapolis. Choke them out, put them down.
That's if Brock decides that's when he wants to. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. It does, but that just depends on if Brock's ready to go.
I mean,
the men. I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay, we know that Brock is juicing. Okay. But the man is in the best physical shape he's been in a long time. I don't think he's ready to leave anytime soon, especially when you only have to work 4 days a year.
These haven't always been his passion.
I know, but you only have to work 4 days a year.
I understand that. But we've reached our end game with Brock Lesnar. We have. And the time is now. Like, there is such thing as being here too long. Even for what Brock does. Even for what, as little as Brock does, right? Mm-hmm. And what's a better place? SummerSlam. You are Mr. In a way, you are Mr. SummerSlam. You won your first WWE Championship at SummerSlam. We're in Minnesota. WrestleMania ain't coming to Minnesota no time soon. Everything can't end at WrestleMania. Right. I get that. Go ahead. Right. But not under TKO. With Vince McMahon. See, this is a new company, y'all. This is not Vince McMahon's WWE where he can run buckshot. Oh, no. This is a business now. This is Ari Emanuel's TKO. This is Nick Khan's TKO. And we've made the money that we can make with Brock Lesnar. Like, and the money match that's left is him and Gunther. Now, that's what I said at SummerSlam. For the immediate future, obviously, the heels are going to lose the War Games match, right? You have Braun Breaker accidentally spear Brock Lesnar. Braun goes to spear somebody. They move out the way, and he gets Brock Lesnar. That way, we could transition to Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Because we're going to eventually get Braun Breaker up there to get Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And remember what they're doing. They're strapping the rocket to Braun Breaker. And who better than for Braun Breaker to beat on his way to the top than Brock Lesnar? Who it doesn't do shit for him to have to take a loss. Yeah, but that's the sell ticket, calling him the greatest of all time. That's a Vince McMahon thing. That's been going back since Vince. That's the way they market Cena. And when you really think about it, as far as homegrown talent, he really is the greatest of all time. As far as homegrown talent is. Obviously, it would be Austin or Hogan, but then wasn't WWE or WWF homegrown talent. So, any more questions before I give y'all the question of the week? And we did almost 2 hours. Very nice. I got you. All right, I'm back. So he asked me what should we do with Brock Lesnar. I say, well, what I say, talk about Gunther, that's a long-term plan with Brock Lesnar, right? But if we want to talk about short term, I think we should be in War Games. Brock Lesnar, that's funny as fuck. Brock Lesnar, God damn it. Brock Lesnar, it should be in the War Games, which we know that's going to happen. Braun Breaker is going to go spear whoever, but they're going to move out the way. He's going to spear Brock Lesnar. You transition to set up Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. We're strapping the rocket to Braun Breaker. And what way to make him very legitimate and very serious than for him to beat Brock at Royal Rumble so he can transition to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's what I think we should do with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar should go on the Hogan 2002 tour minus the World Championship where he was putting over Kurt Angle. He was putting over Brock Lesnar. He was putting over The Rock. He was putting over all the up-and-coming talent. Is my mouse froze? Hold off.
Okay, TJ, explain your reasoning for that.
So that's what that was. Okay, that's my goddamn mouse keep unplugging.
Go wireless.
Talk about it. Why you feel Braun shouldn't beat Brock in his first 2 matches? I think he should beat him the first time, considering the way Brock destroyed the fuck out of John Cena. Right. And what did they do with Roman? They gave Roman a bunch of quality wins. Even if those quality wins was forced down our throats and not booked like we would like them.
I don't necessarily know if it would be forced.
Putting the world championship on him right now would be forced. He got to work his way up to that.
Beating Brock Lesnar with Braun Breaker would not seem far-fetched at all. I don't see that being forced or anything like that. I believe Braun should definitely go over Brock Lesnar. Way.
Right. Under a different regime.
Roman was shoved down our throats as a baby face for all those years.
But the fans love Braun. They bark all the time. And when you book somebody to be a legitimate badass, eventually the crowd turns him face. It happened with Brock in 03, 02, 03. It happened with Goldberg. It happened with Austin. It happened with Bobby Lashley. It happened with Batista. Like when you book them to be big, strong, powerful, well, there you go. Strowman, Cena, the crowd will turn him face. He's a natural ass kicker.
I think we missed a question earlier that I'd like to go back and address, and I'm not going to scroll up to find it. But I'm pretty sure TJ asked, do we think that Braun Strowman will be coming back as a surprise entrant in this Last Time Is Now tournament? And to that, I say no. I don't.
They go chat. They go Rob, my boy.
I don't believe so. Hell, I believe Braun Strowman is happy doing what he's doing.
Done.
With his
Braun is done.
Yeah, I mean he's doing his little food show, which, by the way, I have to mention that the ratings of the everything on the menu show that Braun Strowman does is better ratings than SmackDown.
It's crazy. Which this show is actually filmed and produced by WWE before this show was in the can before he got fired and let go. So it'll be very interesting to see if they get a season 2 out of this, which if the numbers keep up, I don't see why they wouldn't. But no, as far as Braun Strowman goes, absolutely, positively not. All right. So I guess with that being said, I guess I will do my question of the week for you in the audience. So
we need a banner for that, by the way. So just keep that in mind for the next show.
Gotcha. I'm actually about to make the promo right now. Let me the banner right now.
Question of the week, because it's actually a really good question, or at least it has been. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, most certain. All right. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure George is going to win that game too, but
who was a better promo overall? Wow.
Ooh,
overall. The Rock or Philip? Brooks.
Wow.
Oh, most certainly Georgia's going over tonight. Believe that, brother. You
wow.
can book it.
When you told me you had a good one, boy, you weren't kidding.
There you go. Who is a better promo overall, The Rock or CM Punk, and why? Matter of fact, let me put that part on there. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Punk because he is exactly as D Black just said, more natural. I've seen many video clips, whether it's DVDs or whatever, or if I'm not mistaken, it was in the movie Beyond the Mat as well, where they showed Rock backstage rehearsing his promos, and I don't think Punk does that. I believe Punk comes out and just goes from the heart. I don't believe Punk rehearses his promos. I think he tells the producers like what he's thinking he's gonna say, but I don't think he sits backstage and rehearses it. And I'm pretty sure everybody remembers that John Cena pointed out that Rock had the notes to his promo on his wrist. So Punk is more natural.
There are 2 promos from CM Punk that is better than anything The Rock has ever done. And before I say that, The Rock has a heavy reliance on catchphrases. CM Punk don't use catchphrases. And he can cut you down in a way that The Rock just simply cannot. Like, don't get me wrong, him calling CM Punk, The Rock that is, calling the CM Punk a cookie puss. Look, as I gotten older, I realized, like, damn, this shit really lame as fuck. Now, as a teenager or as a preteen, The Rock was cool. You know your role, shut your mouth, your thong wearing fatty, da da da, blah blah blah. But yes, there it is. The Rock do indeed smell what you're cooking.
But saying a bunch of shit that he could not get away with saying today.
There are 2 promos that I can hold up, and I put them up against any Rock promo you can go find. And that's when he told Triple H. And right now, this is not CM Punk talking to Triple H. This is Phil Brooks talking to Paul Levesque. That moment right there felt so real. It felt like you could feel like the intensity coming off the microphone. And whenever he told, 3 actually, when he told Johnny Laurinaitis, he said, "Well, let's talk about it." He said, "Well, since you like things being grabbed out of your hand," he said, "Well, let's talk about your career." He said, "Your brother being one half of the legendary Road Warriors, and you managed to be nothing but road kill." Cutting them down. What did he tell? He said, "I just got a text from my little sister Celine. Kevin Nash, he's still alive. WLOL WTF." Wow. And here's my one, and this is the greatest CM Punk promo ever. You can go find it. You can go find it, and you can go find him in AEW. You can go find him anywhere. But when he told The Rock, "Your arms are just too short to box with God," Jesus Christ, that was a promo for your ass. And he don't have, and I want y'all to realize, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Brian Gewirtz wrote a lot of The Rock's material.
He did.
That wasn't The Rock coming up with that. That was Brian Gewirtz also.
There you go. There it is right there. There it is. There it is. Right there.
Yeah, perfect. And
I'll even give you a 4th promo, and that was the pipe bomb on John Cena.
He said, "Hi, Coca Band, I'm breaking the 4th wall."
That you could put those 4 in just that. What was that, about a year's time? less than a year, wasn't it?
Yeah, by a year, 2 years.
No, it was way less than 2 years because it all pretty much happened in that 1 year. CM Punk put out 4 promos that were better than The Rock did in his entire career.
He didn't do The Rock until 2013, February 2013.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so 3 promos.
Okay, that was the match at Elimination Chamber.
So 3 promos. Right. All right. So 3 promos in a span of a year. That's better than The Rock did his entire career.
Ever. Now, let me ask y'all this one. Since we are feeling me on that one, I'll give y'all a bonus one. Since we coming on our other night.
I don't know if I'd go that far, TJ. I'm not sure I would go that far.
CM Punk or John Cena?
I still think CM
That's
Punk.
cutthroat.
That's cutthroat. No, I don't know if I would say Austin was better than Rock on promos.
I think Austin was. Relatable. Way more relatable. And he's from Texas. Yeah. So I mean, you know,
I'll concede. CM Punk probably still a better promo than John Cena. Not by a whole lot.
The way John Cena cut down Roman Reigns is some of the most disrespectful, true shit I ever heard in my fucking life. And what he did to Solo with no voice, a bargain basement Taz ripoff. He told Roman Reigns, I'm here because you can't do your job. Facts. The way he cut people, the way, like, that's the thing. See, and I'm going to take John Cena on this notion. Yes, he can go out here and cut that goofy babyface promo. Yes, he can. We saw him as a heel when he was the doctor of Thugonomics. But when Cena really locks in, and Cena really want to cut you down, he could do it in a worse way than CM Punk can. Talk to me too. I'm about to call him two heels. Talk to me, Bearded, my boy. You feel me? I gotta take John Cena, bro.
Right at the end of the show, he comes in. It's all good though. Better late than never.
I gotta take John Cena, brother.
You know, now that you, this is why I fucking hate you. God damn it!
I got to take Cena.
This is why I fucking hate you.
Without missing a beat. Come on, bro.
This is why I fucking hate you sometimes. Because you make too much fucking sense.
It's been a long week, brother.
Anyway. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. John Cena did have that ability to cut people down like, woo. Man.
Cut you down. Nah, for real. Like, nah. Cena, bro. Basically, bro, we were just talking about this week, and I was basically asking who's a better promo between CM Punk and The Rock. And we all said CM Punk. So coincidentally, I said CM Punk versus John Cena. And I'm going with Cena. I'm going with Cena right now.
Yeah.
Right. Raw some bullshit. You might have to rewind for that one, brother, because I'm about to hop off of here and go catch this Texas and Georgia game or whatever left of it. Whew. I don't have my promotional banners up this week, y'all. Please forgive me. But since we got a boy in here, make sure y'all tap in with Bearded Conversations live on YouTube every day out the week. Great riveting conversations. Bearded, drop your link if you can, please. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe. Talking Monkey Business with Monkey Man, TMB with Monkey Man on YouTube. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to Tiger Mike, friend of the show. Tiger Mike on Twitch, Tiger Mike 84, broadcasting MLB the show every weekend. Make sure y'all tap in with that.
Yep. I mean, it's
yeah. We just started late.
It's 0. No, I'm saying the game is 0-0, so you ain't missed anything yet.
Oh, okay. But you know, y'all. Hey man, we love doing this with our people, man. We brought Wes in to be an additional third body. Hey, anybody that want to be an alternate for whenever one of us can't make it, make sure y'all let us know, man. Like, we are not above having guests. Our ultimate goal is we want to have a panel. Like, we want to have guests. We want to bring people on so we can get your thoughts, your ideas, et cetera, et cetera. We just wanted to get the page established and get the people, our hardcore, consistent fans established before we start bringing on people. Because ultimately, this is a show by the people for the people. And we want to keep this going.
That's right.
We will be back Tuesday to our regular scheduled programming, unless some unforeseen happens, which I doubt. But nevertheless, yeah, we're 4 Hills now if you include West. So,
and just to repeat from earlier, Wes had to take off because his best friend hit a deer on a motorcycle and was on his way to the hospital. So y'all just
please keep him in your T's and P's.
Keep that, yeah.
And shout out to my boy Nate. He wasn't in here this week, but my boy is about to have ACL surgery. He kind of injured himself playing football with us. So T's and P's go to him too, man, for a successful surgery. And honestly, anybody that got any negativity, man, we want people to prosper on this channel. And that's what this channel is. It's just supposed to be an escape from reality. So you can come and talk this good wrestle shit with your boys. Your 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4 favorite heels. Yeah. And okay, there go my boy dropping his link. Very nice. I'm gonna get back to dropping my sports show, so please be on the lookout for that. I know I'm like 2 weeks behind, and we got to talk about us New York Football Giants firing our coach. Yeah. And by the way, I think this is the first show I did not mention La Primera. No bullshit.
No,
I saw it
did.
one time. Well, I saw it one time, but you know she no bullshit. I ain't bullshit. I got to get that part in. Yeah. But y'all know how we like to do. Catch us on our regular day. We'll be right back to regular scheduled programming. Okay, that's my boy Monkey Man. Very nice. We'll be back to our regular scheduled programming on Tuesday. Anything you want to lead the people with before we get up out of here?
Same heel time, same heel channel.
Yes, sir. Hit that like button, y'all. I mean, yeah, brother. Yeah.
33.
Catch me Friday. Catch me Friday, brother. Catch me Friday. But as I like to start, we don't have Tiger Mike. We'll get that. I'll get that out. I'll make sure I get that out.
It's Tiger Mike 84. It's Tiger Mike 84 on Twitch. At Tiger Mike 84.
Come on now.
Oh, goddamn computer. Shit. Really?
Hold on. The Bears. Fuck the Bears, because they the reason why we fired our coach. Nah, really, we the reason why we fired our coach. We played like shit that game. But as we like to end this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, 2 Hills, STS, proudly brings to you is tag team champions of the world. He is not the road dog Jesse James. I am not the badass Billy Gunn, and we are not the new age outlaws. And if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you. Point to that hat, goddamn it. Point to that hat. Fuck off. Yeah. Make sure y'all get with us. Make sure y'all tap back in with us. Oh, let me get that banner down. Make sure y'all tap back in with us. And y'all know I had to. And if you want to keep tapping in with us and us bringing us this great content, make sure you get us at Cash App, $STSJW, and on PayPal at jar.wiley316@gmail.com. And remember, any and all donations is welcome. Yeah. I had to. I gotta reach my parlay, man. We got player props on that. All right, but for sure, y'all be good. Y'all have a safe, prosperous work week. Catch us back Tuesday, 4 p.m. Central. You see that at the bottom? 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Make sure y'all come on with us. And y'all be tight. Peace out.
Later.